Shades of Grey by Jasper Fforde. This is 388 pages and is a dystopian coming of age novel set in an alternative United Kingdom where social class is determined by the ability to perceive color. So at the top you have ultraviolets, purple, and then you've got yellow, blue, green, and then let's see, red, and then I think gray is at the bottom. Either way, there's the full spectrum, and you are in even there's grades within that. Like if you are a red, for say, you can see red color, but also there's a percentage of how much red you could see. And so the higher you are in your subgroup, the different types of jobs you could have. And so not only social standing, but the types of jobs and stuff. So fictional land of Chroimatacia, loosely based on the United Kingdom. And yeah, class of color. This is based approximately 500 years after the fall of current human society. They label us as the previous, which I really like. That was a good thing there. Their government is called the Collective, headed up by a guy named Munsell, who is long gone, but he was the originator. He has these rules that they follow, everything from, seemingly reasonable by outlawing murder to, things that completely defy all logic. The banning the manufacture of spoons, like, okay. So yeah, you've got all kinds of different laws and rules and expectations, and the main character is about to take his color test to find out if he is. He knows he's a red, but he doesn't know what percentage he is, and so he actually got in trouble. He's in a larger town, a regional hub, they call it, and he, steps out of line, does this prank on the town mayor's son, and also comes up with this new system for queuing. Getting into lines. How they have like 2 lanes at McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, that kind of thing. That kind of queuing, and so he gets banished, and the book opens with he and his father traveling to this little town of East Carmine where everybody knows everybody. There's a big linoleum factory. It's kind of on the decline in that it used to be a really big town and everybody needed linoleum, but now it's kind of shrinking, and so he gets placed there. So red is just above gray, and I really liked the way that the author described each group and some of the characters within them. Sometimes it was just a brief, one character talking about another. But when he arrives at the town, he meets all kinds of different people. Before he even gets to the town, he meets Jane, a gray, and falls in love with her. So, the opening scene is it kind of has two different hooks. It's got the love story with Jane, the love interest, and then you've got the mysteriousness of the guy passing away in the color shop. And so the main character's dad is a doctor, healer type of guy, and they use the different colors to heal within their, so the guy that passes out is a purple. So they start using different shades of purple to alleviate him. And green helps ease pain. So they do a combination of those, but nothing seems to work. Turns out he was faking that he was a purple and he was actually a gray. So the main character actually comes up with that. But anyways, that's part of the whole mystery and the, surrounding this whole deal. And nobody really knows how this society got started. Everybody that they talk to, it's a mystery, but there's clues along the way. So there's two pieces to this. There's the mystery, and then there's the main character and the love interest. So I got more interested in the love story than the actual mystery itself. But as the story progresses, they become intertwined, and it's just super good. My favorite part is the hockey ball game. So, one of the rules is that everybody has to eat one meal together as a group, and then another one is that they have to do after extracurricular activities, and one of them has to be athletic. And so the choices are cricket, hockey ball, or tennis. And the town hockey ball is always won by the girls, and they just always dominate. great. You know, there's some silliness, there's lots of fun, the rules, the loopholes through the rules, the experiences, all kinds of good stuff. And of course, in this, people don't marry for love. They marry to increase their chromative colors. You know, if you know, someone who has a high percentage of red and somebody who has a low or a red and blue, they could make purple, right? You could jump the social standings based on, you know, what your offspring are, that kind of thing. So the parents have a say, and there's this whole merit system, and I don't want to go into it because that'll take away part of the added parts of the story, but it is a very, very interesting and unique story. I haven't read anything like this. The closest I could think of is Red Rising, but that was more of like a military fiction, whereas this is more of a mystery and a love story. But yeah, the collective is like some kind of you know, societal, social. It's almost socialism, right? You're going for the good of the collective, and so it touches on a number of different aspects, right? Arranged marriages, socialism versus capitalism, you know, just all kinds of different things. The merit system, pseudo, you know, like ranking of the classes, right? You know, how we treat other people, just everything in this book, and it's less than 400 pages. I think it is a first start, and I think this is supposed to be a trilogy, but I don't know. The only this one is available. Super good, short chapters. New kid in a small town. He runs into Tomo, who is my favorite character, best described as if he could sell his own grandmother, he would. So he's got this whole like fantasy league where he's like, you know, he's essentially a bookie, you know, oh, so and so's gonna get married to so and so, you know, here's odds and, you know, stuff like that. So he even brokers marriage deals and gets a cut, you know, finder's fee or whatever. And just a blast to read. The first, you know, 200 to 300 pages is all story building, laying the foundation. But then the last 80, 75, 80 pages, it just picks up and just boom. This is a great story. Absolutely worth your time. Great mystery. Just lots of hard choices. This would have made an excellent book for school. Much more exciting than Lord of the Flies or The Great Gatsby. A little bit longer than those, but still, like, I would have been much more interested. I guess maybe it's the fact that they force you to read something in school. Maybe that's part of it. But yeah, things I didn't like. The initial event in town. Like I said, I was more interested in the love story than the initial event. But yes, great book. Looking forward to more of them. Great perspective. Very unique. Lots of fun. And always remember to buy your books used or digital.